So, at one point in my diverse background, I was a hiring manager where I was in charge of hiring people. And I remember we had two positions opened, and I received over 300 applications. And I was doing interview after interview after interview. And it was a humbling experience because I feel like I'm in a hallucinatory alternate universe that somehow people are convinced that presenting yourself in the worst possible light to other people will be exactly the way to get a job. Now, I'm wondering if that's still true. And because from nowadays, when I talk to some of my HR friends, they tell me that they're just trying to beg anybody to come off the street to get a job. That's how bad it is. Whereas when I used to do hiring, there was just so many people lining up to get a job, we had no idea who to pick. So I'm going to present to you some actual things that happened during a job interview with me, and I'm going to say, please don't do these things at an interview. This is not going to land you a job. So first, do not pick your nose during an interview. I can't stress that enough, particularly nowadays, with people being worried about germs and stuff like that. Sitting down, talking about yourself, and picking your nose is not the way to land a job. Next, please do not tell me how you got fired from your last job because you decided to beat up your boss. That tells me you're a very violent person and that you're prone to outbursts, and I'm staring at you as you tell me how you beat the shit out of your former boss. Okay. Then, if I'm sitting directly in front of you, looking at you, please tell me what is so fascinated on the floor that during the entire interview, you're staring at the floor and refuse to make eye contact with me. At least look up at once. Hello, I'm here right in front of you. I'm asking you questions, but for some reason you're staring at the floor and I don't know what's on the floor. There's nothing there. Are you seeing something that I don't see? Okay. So just because you need a job, just like the 100 other applicants or 200 or 300 that are waiting online, doesn't mean that you are going to get it. That's the whole purpose of the hiring process, is to pick the best of the best in order to see who would be qualified or the best candidate for this job. Now, this one just boggles my mind. This woman, she was telling me why she got fired from her previous job. So, if the bill costs $20 and a customer... No, I'm sorry. If the bill costs $15, the bill costs $15, the customer gives you a $20 bill. Now, mentally, yeah, you're going to give them $5 back, but this is what this woman did. You do not give them back $12. I can't even, I don't even see how $12 is even in the equation. The bill is $15. Customer gives you $20. You give them back $5. That's simple. No, she would give them back $12. And what's baffling even more is she actually admitted that she does not know how to count past 7. And she began to count. And when she got to 7, she didn't know what happened after 7. So that's not something, I mean, okay, if you can't count, at least don't admit that on a job interview. But yeah, that was bad. So, as far as drug testing, I will say nowadays people just don't even look at the drug test, but who cares? But back then, drug testing was serious. So no, I cannot delay your drug testing just because you want to clean up after having a wild party where you decided to take a whole mess of illicit substances. And then finally, and this is something that somebody actually did, do not bring copies of other applications that you filled out for other jobs around town. And every time I ask you a question, you do a compare and contrast with the answers of what you gave them in order to give either a different answer, the same answer, or trying to figure out what the answer is. That was truly baffling. Now, these are actual things that happened while I was in the interview process trying to find the right candidates. And I will tell you, none of these people were the right candidates at all. I would love to hear what modern day HR people are dealing with and how bad the situation is. But like I said, from the people that I've spoke to, they're just trying to get anybody to come through the door. Just somebody. If there's somebody of some sort of sanity that can walk through the door, then yeah, they're hired. Is that true? Is that not? Would love to hear your opinions.